Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful kimono jacket with drawstrings. If this is what you're interested in, keep on watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a video. Without wasting much time, let's head straight into it. I'll be using this beautiful adire fabric right here, and I got 3 yards. I'll use 2 yards for the body of this dress, and the remaining 1 yard will be for the band around the neckline, the drawstrings, and the pockets. I'll go ahead and open this up so that I can show you how to fold this properly. First of all, I'll fold this fabric into 2 equal halves along the longer sides. Now after folding, you can see this part that is enclosed that does not have any opening right there. I'm going to be using that part as the shoulder. I'm trying to cut it in such a way that there won't be any joining at the shoulder. It's just like a one-way cut. So what I'm going to do is to fold this again into 4 because I want to cut both the front and the back at the same time. So once you folded it into 4, make sure that everything is well arranged, everything is laying down really flat, there's no folding inside. Ensure that the inside and the outside is well arranged, everything is looking really straight. Okay, so let's go ahead to draft this. So guys, this part right here is going to be serving as the center of this kimono for both the front and the back piece. So what I'm going to do now is to mark the neckline for the back. I'm marking a neck depth of 1.5 inches, and the neck width I'm using here is 3 inches. So I'll go ahead and connect that together to form the neckline. Next, now on the shoulder line, I'll be marking my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I'll make a mark there. Next thing is to determine how long you want your sleeve to be, and for me, I'm making use of 13 inches. I'll go ahead and add 1 inch to that for hemming allowance, so that will be 14 inches in total for the sleeve. So I'm going to mark that just directly after the shoulder point. Now from the top of the shoulder here, you're going to determine how wide you want the sleeve to be. So because this is a kimono sleeve, you can afford to make this as wide as you want. You can make it from 10 inches to even 15 inches depending on your preference, but for me, I'm making use of 13 inches, so that is what I've marked down here. I'm just basically marking what I have on this shoulder point here and transferring it down so that I can have a straight line. I'll then go ahead and roll this out, and this is the sleeve. Moving forward, you're going to determine how long you want this kimono to be, and for me, I'm making use of 42 inches. So from the top of the shoulder there, I'll mark down 42 inches, and then I'll draw a line across. Next thing now is to mark the body of the kimono itself, and I'm basically dividing my hip measurement into 4. Now I'm dividing my hip measurement because that is the widest part of my body. If the widest part of your body is your bust, go ahead and divide your bust measurement by 4. After you've divided that, you're going to add 6 inches to whatever you have for allowance. We have added that much allowance because we need this kimono to be as free as possible. Go ahead and draw a straight line down to meet the hem of this dress. We'll also curve this part here to fit into the body of the dress, just the way you see me do here. Then you can go ahead and cut out everything accordingly. Don't forget to cut this back neckline as well. After I'm done cutting, I'll go ahead and open this piece up. One thing is, if you cut your kimono using this method, you will notice that your shoulders are already together, so you will not have to stitch them again. It's really an easy way to save time and to make the sewing process really quick. So what I'm going to do next is to separate these pieces, the back and the front. I'm going to be altering one side to create the opening we usually have on the front of a kimono. I'm going to be folding them into 2, just the way you see here. I'm just going ahead to highlight where the shoulder is supposed to be. I've ironed this fabric down, so my ironed line already indicates that that is the shoulder. So to alter this part here to become the front, I'm going ahead to mark down from the shoulder line 9 inches, and from that 9 inches I'll be marking a 1 inch line across down to the hem. After connecting all the points, I'll go ahead and connect it as well into the neckline, just like this. After connecting everything together, you can go ahead and cut it out accordingly. And now we have the front part of our kimono. I'll go ahead and open this up to show you guys what it looks like. And at this point, I'm just admiring this fabric because can you see that center design it has there? It's making it look really cute. So the next thing now is to attach the band around the neckline, and to do that, I'm going ahead to measure what I have all around the neckline of this kimono. So this is me measuring round. By the time I get to where I exhaust my tape at 60 inches, I'm just going to continue from there all around to the other hem, and then I'll add what I have together. And here I have a total of 97 inches. So I went ahead to cut a band that is 97 inches long, but I made it longer than that. I made it like 100 so that I can be on the safer side. I had to join two pieces together to make it this long. See the point where I joined it right here? Okay, I went ahead to iron my hairstyle on it to give it some sort of solidity. The width of the band is 2.5 inches. By the time you open it up like this, it should be 5 inches wide. I'll go ahead and bring over the kimono, so I'll demonstrate how you're going to attach this. So this is the kimono. I'm going to be placing it right sides facing up, and then I'm going to bring the collar and I'll find the middle. That is that part where we had joined. That should be the middle, and you locate the middle of your kimono as well. You'll be aligning both middles together like this, okay? And then you're going to sew from that middle all around to the hem of the dress. You come back to the middle again and sew all around to the other hem as well. So by the time you join this and you push the seam allowance inwards, you should have something that looks like this. I'll take this over to the machine and hold it down in place. After joining together, this is what I have. I went ahead to overlock the stitches as well to give it a nice and clean finish. So this is what it looks like. The next thing now is to hem the sleeve, and I'll fold this to the wrong side. I'll first of all fold by 1/2 inch, and then I'll fold again by 1/2 inch, and then take this over to the machine to sew down. I'll also be hemming all the 4 sides of this dress. You know that the side is not joined together yet, so we have 4 different pieces at the hem. I'll be folding them just like we have done for the sleeve. Fold by 1/2 inch and fold again by 1/2 inch, and then I'll stitch it down with my sewing machine. I've done just that. I've stitched the hem of the sleeve as well as the hem of this dress. The next thing now is to join the sides. I'm just arranging them like this on the wrong side and making sure that all my sides are aligned. Make sure that everything is straight. The shoulders are together, the hem of the dress is together, and I'll take this over to my machine and I'll be stitching with 1 inch seam allowance from the sleeve to the hem of this dress. Ensure that the stitch you are using is 1 inch because that is what we're going to use to form the casing for the ruche. Ensure that you are sewing both sides of this kimono. Now I'm going to show you how to attach the drawstrings, but before you do that, you can go ahead and weave round the seam allowance so that you can have a clean finish, and then you're going to iron it open like this. Now for the drawstrings, I went ahead to cut out 4 pieces that are about 30 inches long. I folded them together to create ropes, just the normal way you create ropes, and I'm going to be placing them underneath the seam allowance. That was why I said you should use 1 inch seam allowance, so that we can use that 1 inch to serve as casing for the drawstrings. And to know where to start placing it from, I'm just going to measure about 20 inches from the hem of the dress upwards. So just place it underneath it like this on both sides of the seam allowance. Once you have placed the drawstrings, go ahead and secure them down with your sewing machine. Make a horizontal line across there to hold it down in place, and from that horizontal line you're going to be sewing down to both sides of your seam allowance, creating the casings. By the time I'm done, I will be able to gather this up and my drawstrings is still going to be in place. So guys, the last thing we're going to be attaching on this kimono is the pocket, and I went ahead to cut my piece, which is 11 inches long and 10 inches wide. I'm going ahead to fold the top of this pocket here by 1 inch, you can see that, and then by the sides I'll be folding it in by 1/2 inch on both sides. Also at the bottom of this pocket, I'm going to fold it in by 1/2 inch. I'll first of all take this to the ironing board to secure my folds before going ahead to stitch on my dress. I've gone ahead to iron them down in place. You can see what it looks like. That top part there, I've secured it down with my hemming gum because I'm not going to be stitching that part. That is the top of the pocket, is going to be left opened. but the remaining 3 corners are going to be sewn on the front part of this kimono. After sewing down the drawstrings, you can see what I have here. I'm just going to pull this up so that you can see. This is what the inside also looks like. You can see that I weaved everything nice and clean. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to place the pocket on this kimono. From the top of the shoulder there, you should measure 18 inches downwards. That's where you're going to start placing your pocket from. And then from the center of this kimono, that is plus the collar included, you're going to measure 5 inches inwards and you're going to make a mark. After marking where I'd want this pocket to be, I'll go ahead and bring over the cut pocket and place it on top of it. Ensure that you are only placing this on the front pattern because we are not fixing pockets at the back, we're only fixing the pocket in front. Put it accordingly and sew along the sides and the bottom. We are going to leave this top part here opened. After sewing down the 2 pockets, this is what it looks like. We are finally done with our kimono. This is the final outcome. So now we've come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and hit on the like button as well. Also share with your friends which you think might like this tutorial, and turn on notification bell so you get notified each time I post new videos. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.